Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Other Castle.
The Other Castle, I'm Andrea.
And my name is Tom.
And here on The Other Castle, we do the plot, lore, and more behind all your favorite video games.
And if this is your first time, you can check out our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com. There's links to our Instagram where we post stuff like extra fun facts about the games we do, our Discord where, I don't know, sometimes you guys yell at me for getting shit wrong. I'm sorry, it happens. We have a merch store, and we have a link to our Patreon.
Yes, on our Patreon, we do monthly episodes, both on and off season. Starting as low as $2 a month, everybody gets The Other Castle side quests.
Ooh.
And then at $5 and above, you also get The Other Castle Plays Around, our exclusive video series.
That's fun. I cried on the last one.
Yes, you did.
So, for example, last week, our Patreon ate so well, so they got the regular Indiana Jones episode a day early, and then they got the DLC for the Indiana Jones game, and then we released a video of us playing a video game guessing game, which I don't want to hint at too much, but I immediately cried. I cried probably 3 minutes into it.
First question, you were already in tears. Anyway.
I don't like pressure. I simply crumbled.
Well, this week we are covering Gears of War 2.
I miss these boys. I've been wondering what they're up to.
It's the return of your beefy beef boys.
Beef.
So one of the things we run into on this show with sequels like Gears of War 2 is that while the first game had a big build-up to its creation, the sequel's production was a lot more straightforward.
Sometimes they just keep working.
Yeah.
And the story isn't as glamorous as the Inception. I hear you.
That was definitely the case for this week's episode. It was built on Unreal Engine 3, their own personal in-house engine. They set out to work on the sequel right after the success of the first title.
Reasonable.
Since a vast majority of the assets were already built, they just needed to tweak things from there. Make combat smoother, handling tighter, weapons more accurate, just general overall improvements across the board.
These are just quality of life updates.
Yeah, fully. They documented these all very well and released a series of videos to YouTube prior to the game's launch to highlight all the changes.
That's really cool.
I remember watching these in anticipation of the new game, and in rewatching them for this episode, I was taken back to 2008 and remembered something.
The Great Recession?
Oh God, no. I don't need to remember that. We're going through it.
The last housing crisis?
So, in our episode on the first game, I have to admit, I was surprised by how much you liked series creator Cliff Bleszinski, more famously known as
Cliffy B!
Honestly, I was surprised by how much I liked Cliffy B in that episode, because I was fully prepared to hate him.
How could you not like Cliffy B? He's having a good time. Let him live his life.
Well, he came across as very likable in all of the Gears of War behind-the-scenes stuff I used for research. And I chalked it up to me being young when I first encountered him, and as an adult, he was actually quite endearing.
Oh.
Then I watched the stuff for Gears 2.
Uh-huh. Does this not go well?
I remember now why I can't fucking stand Cliffy B.
Whoa, those are some mighty words there, mister.
The success of Gears of War went straight to his fucking head, and my God, he cranked up the obnoxious parts of his personality to 14 and has not let up since.
And that's rarely in a fun way. Oh no.
To the point, I listened to an interview from him that he did in the last 6 months.
Oh.
He's in his 50s now. And here's a quote from that interview. I got into programming because my parents bought my brother a computer. But he was too busy finger blasting girls in the woods.
Whoa!
So I decided to fuck around on it while he was doing that.
He said this at work?
He said this in an interview on a podcast.
That's work! He said this at work!
So that
Wait,
is just kind of...
They know what finger blast... I mean, I understand we didn't invent... I don't like this.
No.
There's a lot of implications that just feel sticky to me. And please tell me, was he referred to as Cliffy B as a 50-year-old man in this interview?
Absolutely he was.
They weren't even like Mr. B. They
No.
were like, your proper street name? That's ridiculous.
No, that like his obnoxiousness is just, and it's kind of funny when you watch videos of him. You can tell the editor behind the scenes can't stand him either, because they'll like linger on his little smug smirks and shit like that, and like zoom in on his dumb face. It's funny as hell.
Oh no! So this is just a matter of ego that hasn't been deflated yet.
Ever again. Nope.
I mean, unfortunately, he is very talented.
Yeah, as awful as he can be, he is a genius in this industry.
But people rarely take genius lightly.
Right.
And that sucks for everyone else involved.
Well, he knew that the first game was far from perfect, and it could be improved. Mainly with the story. So they brought on Joshua Ortega, who had written for Spider-Man, Batman, and even Star Wars in comic book form.
That's cool.
His experience in sci-fi made him a perfect fit to bring some emotion to the new game in this franchise. The other area they wanted to improve was the music. Not that the first had bad music, they just had more money to throw at it, and they wanted a pro.
Nice.
So they hired Steve Jablonsky, a composer who is known for scoring pretty much every Michael Bay movie since the first Transformers.
Oh, Lord, that's great.
With the marketing, they tried to capture the same magic they had with Mad World, but how do you follow that up?
I think you just cry. I think they submit minced onions through the waves and just elicit a response that way.
Well, they went with a spoken word poem over a battle scene, of course. Titled, I Have a Rendezvous with Death by Alan Seeger, which is actually a paraphrased song, but was used as a poem here. It goes, I have a rendezvous with death at some disputed barricade. It may be he shall take my hand and lead me into his dark land and close my eyes and quench my breath. I have a rendezvous with death, and to my pledged word and true, I shall not fail that rendezvous.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Gears of War 2 released on November 7th, 2008, making it the 17th anniversary this week.
Happy birthday! You're almost old enough to enlist.
It has a 93% on Metacritic and has sold over 5 million copies.
Sheesh.
It won a slew of awards, including Best Xbox Game and Best Shooter at that year's Spike Game Awards.
This is why Cliffy B is like this.
Yeah, exactly, right? It was one of the top 10 highest selling games of the 360, and I am absolutely revved to be talking about it today.
You're revved.
It's time to curb stomp some grubs, Goombas.
Yeah!
Because this is Gears of War 2.
Beef, beef.
The game opens with the voice of Mira, the Locust Queen, talking about the whole war between the surface and the hollow, saying it started for the same reasons as all conflicts, a desire for power. We next see a recap of the events that led to our current time period in this crisis, showcasing the war and how the humans scorched the sky in an attempt to kill the Locust Horde, ultimately culminating in the grand finale of the first game, with the lightmass bombs going off all throughout the hollow, killing tons of enemy forces.
I love that this is kind of the mirror of how Halo 2 starts, where you get the recap from the other side of what they've lost from the first battle.
I'm really glad you said that. Anyway, the Queen says that the people of Sarah only thought their weapons had destroyed the Locust army, but they really only just scratched the surface. They have no idea how far deeper their hollow goes. Creatures that live that far deep have learned to survive much tougher environments than humans have in battle. Deep below the explosions, a massive army of Locust soldiers march unfazed by the explosions that literally moved mountains above.
Oh.
Complete with several 20-foot Brumacs, heavily armored, of which we only saw one in the first game.
And now we have a fleet. Fuck yeah.
These forces have now made their move, and are ascending on the settlement of Jacinto, humanity's final attempt of civilization. Humans die under the massive boots of the invading forces, with most hope completely lost. The Queen says that humanity brought this destruction upon themselves. As a man dies, the screen cuts to black, and the game's logo appears like a stamp. A skull in the center of a cog, dripping in blood red. Back on the city streets, after another losing battle, paramedics take the dead and injured away from the scene. Marcus Fenix and his best friend and war buddy, Dominic Santiago, help the wounded and complain that this never ends.
The boys are back, though.
They're accompanied by Anya Stroud, a blonde woman who played the role of Girl in the Chair in the first game. Anya telling them that the Locusts are getting deeper into the city every day. A helicopter lands with more gears, and Dom is happy to see that reinforcements are at least arriving. Anya departs, saying she has to follow up on a lead, and Dom tells her to be careful out there. It's more dangerous now than ever before. A man walks up carrying a rucksack and a Lancer assault rifle, which he drops clumsily, asking if you're Marcus Fenix, saying that he's your trainee.
Oh no. Hasn't he just been out of prison for like 3 days?
No, this is 6 months after the events of the first game.
Oh, okay. 6 months still feels like he had a 14-year leave of absence or something like that.
Right.
He was locked up for a long time. Now he has interns?
Well, Anya didn't want to miss this, and asks if you want to train him or just skip it, giving the option of skipping the tutorial and getting straight into the gameplay. The recruit introduces himself as Benjamin Carmine, and you welcome him to Delta Squad. This is not the first time you've squatted up with a Carmine, either.
Oh.
In the first game, you watched another one get his head blown clean off when his gun jammed and he stood up.
Wait, he didn't have his helmet on. It was like really early on. Everyone went, why are you like this?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. Okay, so this isn't going to go well.
You take control of Marcus, and the three of you start patrolling the streets of Jacinto, looking for enemy forces. Carmine keeps calling you sir, and you tell him to knock it off.
Oh, does it make you feel old?
No, it's Sergeant Fenix if he needs to be formal about it.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's Marcus.
He's telling him to just be chill, you little weirdo.
Carmine responds, yes sir, Sergeant Fenix.
Ugh.
Then he asks Dom what it's like serving with a war hero. And Dom says that you've always just been Marcus to him. You tell them that this isn't social hour and a focus.
Also to like gossip about Marcus 4 feet away from him.
Right.
With his best friend. First of all, your proximity, you're fucking stupid. This is not a good place to do this without like a wall or something. Second of all, you're doing it to his best friend. There's no confidentiality there. Be so fucking for real.
Also, why is Dom not equally as famous as Marcus? He was there every step of the fucking way.
He did more. Marcus was locked up for a while.
He broke Marcus out.
Yeah. Come on.
This whole section might be training, but it is live fire, actual combat, so shut the fuck up and try not to become religious out there.
Yeah.
You know, holy.
Wait, no, I like that one.
Full of holes. By coaching the rookie, the game actually teaches you the basic controls, which is a very unique way of doing so. On the way, Dom asks Carmine if he had a brother, and he confirms that there were 4 of them, but now there's just 3.
Well, we're up to Gears 5 in the real world, so I would love if this is a trope of the series. That would be very fucking funny.
Dom confirms that he knew his late brother Anthony and served with him. Ben Carmine says he's just happy his brother died a hero's death.
It was embarrassing.
Dom goes, yeah, right. You get to the hospital and see a bunch of helicopters flying toward a massive conflict. You tell the rookie that training day is over and to get back to base camp. This is going to be a big one.
He's really telling him to die later.
Yeah, this is not it.
I'm sorry, I have no faith in this kid living, but Jesus Christ.
You and Dom enter the hospital, and you call Anya on your comms to see what she can tell you. She comes over saying that the lead she was following earlier was for Dom's wife. She found a Jane Doe that matches her description. But that will have to wait until after the battle, as her location gets rocked with a blast as sirens blare on both ends of the radio call.
Oh, you know better. Video games have no fury like a man looking for his lost wife.
Oh, right. Heading deeper into the hospital, you meet up with some more gears. One of whom has his helmet off, which indicates he's more important to the story than the others.
A name character.
Now remember, this is not planet Earth, but if it was, the one with his helmet off would be best described as a Maori warrior.
Ooh.
Shaved head, but for a short landing strip down the center, with tribal face tattoos from his actual tribe.
I love that it's a landing strip on his head.
His name is Ty, and you ask him for a sit rep. He says that there are some locusts trying to take the hospital, and he could use a hand dealing with them. You all wonder why the sudden push from the locusts, each of you sporting a different theory. Yours being that the light mass bomb you triggered hit them harder than the locusts are boasting. As you work through the hospital, Ty explains that some of the patients are suffering from a disease known as rust lung.
Rust lung.
It used to only affect emulsion miners, as it's caused by breathing in steamed emulsion. But ever since the light mass bomb went off, that steam is reaching the surface and infecting a lot of people that should otherwise be healthy.
Oh shit, they broke the surface all up.
Yeah, it's not always deadly, but it does cause horrible suffering, covering most of the common list of awful symptoms from vomiting to sterility.
Oof.
You and the rest of the Delta Squad chainsaw your way through the Locust forces, preventing them from taking the hospital. Along the way, you run into Carmine. He's hiding from a firefight, having been pulled into the battle by another squad of gears.
Oh.
He said he is having trouble reloading his weapon, and you tell him to figure it the fuck out as you drag him into the next shootout in a courtyard.
I appreciate you, one, not helping him, two, making him go into the next battle.
Yeah, literal trial by fire. The moment you enter it, you see a member of the other squad get his head blown off, so you tell Carmine to take his place as you begin to fight off the enemies.
That's your position now. Go.
You clear out the hospital and take the fight out into the streets of the city. Outside are hollow creatures, the likes of which you've never seen before, towering over you as locusts ride on their backs like a bunch of spindly-legged warrior elephants.
Oof.
A gunship descends on the scene to help out, and you take Delta Squad into some nearby buildings in an attempt to flank the enemy. It works, causing the locusts to retreat.
Nice.
Dom is a little surprised, saying it's unlike them to run like this. Then screams out that he'll just shoot them in the ass while they do. You turn to him saying, "Damn, you are pissed off today."
You really shooting people in the butt. Are you cranky?
He says, "Damn right I am. I miss my family. I want to kill every one of these bastards so I can get back to it." You confirm that the area is secured and tell everyone, even Carmine, that they did a good job today.
Even Carmine.
So you radio into your girl Anya to report your success. She congratulates you, saying that she managed to escape capture herself, but just barely. Dom takes over the conversation, asking what she was able to find out about his wife. Anya apologizes, saying that while the Jane Doe she heard about does match the description, she was released a few days ago, and nobody has a single fucking clue where she went from there.
But she was at least alive a couple days ago.
At least. But as of right now, the trail is currently cold.
Ah.
Dom loses his shit, angry that he's lost her once more, taking it out on an old bombed out car with his chainsaw gun. You tell the rest of Delta Squad to roll out and let Dom know that he can take all the time he needs to hash it out, and to catch up with the team when he's ready. You and every other squad in the COG army arrive to the city center, where the current leader of the armed forces, Chairman Richard Prescott, is giving a rousing speech, saying that war has been around as long as the human race. It's a part of our culture as a species. We fought wars over resources like emulsion, for land, beliefs, and most importantly, freedom. But for the past 15 years, we haven't been fighting for any of those things. Since E-Day, we've been fighting for our survival. A different kind of war entirely. As the speech continues, a montage begins of different squadrons heading out on their own individual missions, off to fight for humankind. He continues saying that this war must end, as we face extinction from these genocidal maniacs. Delta Squad flies off in a helicopter, and Carmine asks you why you are assigned to a place called Landdown. Wouldn't it make more sense to drill into the hollow from the city center? You tell him that drilling in the center of Jacinto just creates an opening into the city center should you fail. By landing in the middle of enemy territory, you can enter through their personal tunnels.
Ooh, yeah.
He says, yeah, but being their territory, doesn't it mean there's a shitload of them down there? You say, it's actually more like 10 shitloads.
Time to beef up, bitch. Let's go.
The chairman continues his speech while your helicopter heads toward Landdown, saying that the light mass bomb was supposed to be the winning move, but for some reason, the Locusts came back stronger than ever, which leaves mankind only one option: attack. As he says this, Dom looks at a picture of himself and his missing wife, while flying over a mountain range, wiping off a wayward tear. An armada of helicopters joins the scene, as the title card appears. The chairman's speech is being broadcast across the world, with military and civilians alike cheering on the inspiring words full of hope and action. Declaring today to be the day we ensure our survival as a species. Now, Andrea.
You know where my head's at, right?
Earlier this season, you asked me how a speech in Expedition 33 compared to the speech from Independence Day.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit the same question.
And I said that nothing compares to the Independence Day speech.
Oh, I don't remember your answer, so thank you for that, actually.
But I was proven wrong just a couple episodes later because this speech absolutely rivaled it.
Our independence from Locusts!
Oh, man, I gotta say, the chairman gives a hell of a fucking speech here.
That's fucking cool. Hell yeah.
A roar of applause can be heard across the planet Sarah as the chairman instructs the Cog Army to go forth and save humanity. Delta Squad, meanwhile, lands in a lush, heavily forested area, where they are greeted by a man with long white hair, sporting a lengthy beard, and wearing a slouch hat.
Santa?
Still not Santa.
Fuck!
Nope, I'm sorry.
God damn it.
A slouch hat being the Australian version of a cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's definitely not Santa.
But his voice is basically Mater from the Cars franchise. He has no time to waste, asking if you're ready to head out the moment your feet touch the ground. You follow him, and he leads you to a 100-man battalion loading up into tanks and other massive war equipment ready to bring the pain. The man points to the largest of the vehicles. Think a battleship on wheels, basically.
Hell yeah.
Saying that his name is Dizzy, and his ride's name is Betty. He built most of these war vehicles. And if he didn't build it, he helped get them back up and running if they were damaged. You ask him if he's a conscript, and he confirms that he is, because they offered to keep his family fed if he agreed to lend his mechanical expertise.
Oh, so that means he works for both parties?
No, a conscript is a civilian, or stranded as they call them in this world, who refused to fight in the Cog army, but was forced into fighting against their will.
Oh.
Some conscripts turn out all right. Most just get themselves and others killed.
Oh.
Plus, they're labeled as cowards, having been stranded prior to being drafted. A voice comes in over the radio that you recognize. It's your old frenemy Baird from Alpha Squad.
This fucking guy.
He's riding on another rig, and he says he'll meet up with you at Landdown when you arrive. Then you hear our favorite smashball champion, the Coal Train, say, "It's go time, baby," from the other vehicle as well.
Choo-choo! I love the Coal Train.
Reunited with the OG Beefy Beef Squad, you enjoy the ride to Landdown.
Beef, beef.
Up until the Locusts notice your battalion heading in their direction and begin taking defensive measures. Launching attacks on your air defenses, taking out your helicopters first. Then focusing on the ground assault, launching mortars at the different varieties of fortified military vehicles. While you do lose a grip of soldiers, you manage to fend off the attack, and Baird radios in to let you know that they also survived the onslaught. You rally the remaining troops and rigs to continue onward toward Landdown. There's a bunch of firefights along the way, costing you a few command vehicles full of gears from time to time, but when one falls, we continue.
Yeah.
You even have to fend off some heavily armed and armored Brumacs, 20-foot-tall troll-like creatures. You fought just one in the first game, and it was naked, for lack of a better term. All it did was chase you until it ran into a power plant and got electrocuted.
Just going loose Balrog down there.
Here, they have rockets they're firing at you, while also chasing your mini command centers.
Would you still consider them naked?
Oh no, they're heavily armored.
What a fucking nightmare. They've learned modesty.
Yeah, and then these ones also have Locusts on the back riding them, basically controlling them.
A little Ratatouille moment. I hate it.
Fortunately, you have miniguns that hold them off. Dizzy is a master driver of the machine he built with his bare hands, and he keeps your team moving by barreling through the defensive line of enemy forces. You arrive in Landdown, a former human city now overtaken by the Locusts. Yours is the only tank to have made it.
Oh no.
One other was right behind you, but it hit a landmine, causing it to explode.
Just right at the end? Fuck.
From the wreckage, you see Ty, the Maori warrior-looking motherfucker, come crawling out pretty much unharmed, unlike the rest of his squad mates, who all died. Baird and Cole haven't checked in for a while, but you have no reason to believe they're in trouble. Soldiers in general are trained never to think the worst until it's confirmed.
Oh, okay.
If you lose track of someone, assume they're just held up unless you definitively know otherwise.
That's a very optimistic take. I like that.
Yeah, they live by the if you die off screen, you're not really dead line of logic.
Comics. Got it. That's right. They had a comic book writer.
Yeah.
The puzzle pieces are coming together.
Ty says that fate has brought you two together once more, and you welcome him back to Delta Squad, along with Dom and Carmine. Anya says that it appears Landown is only lightly protected. The Locust army is attacking Jacinto right now, so you should be able to drill into the hollow from the center of town. You have a few firefights, and just when things start to look bad, a slew of tanks come rolling into town, led by Baird and Cole, straight up running over Locust military like they're the grubs they are.
Hell yeah. Choo-choo, bitch.
You help clear out the remaining Locusts and push through the town with the tanks falling behind. Eventually, you reach the drilling point, and everyone hops out to get to work. Dom pulls you aside to tell you that if anything happens to him, he wants you to promise that you'll find Maria. You agree, and the two of you get ready to drill down into the hollow. To do so, the two of you have to enter drilling pods.
Oh.
The two of you are strapped in with roller coaster restraints when a big-ass, predator-looking locust comes onto the scene brandishing a long spear.
Oh, fuck.
Using it, he runs up on a tank and with an effortless swing slices it clean in half.
Oh, shit.
Then turns and sees the two of you strapped in a small pod.
With like this is the shoulder down roller coaster situation.
Like those kind.
You're kind of dangling.
Uh-huh. You and Dom try to get out of your restraints, but can't, as the robotics that are preparing to send you drilling into the ground is in motion. You watch as Dizzy comes running onto the deck with a gun and fires on the creature. It rounds on the much smaller man with zero combat training. Then Ty roars his chainsaw from behind, engaging with the monster, pulling its attention away from Dizzy. You and Dom get one final glimpse of Ty kicking ass as the door to your pod closes and the machinery around you forces you into the ground and your drill enters the hollow below.
That is so stressful. You got me fucked up.
Right? It's a violent ride down, and when you come out the other side, Dom wonders how Baird and Cole are doing. Cole throws up when he's in a helicopter. He imagines their pod is covered in chunks right now.
Why does Cole Train get motion sickness?
I know, right? That's fucked up. You try calling up to Dizzy and Ty to see if they're okay, but the comms aren't connecting.
And you're just going to assume they're busy, and that's fine.
Exactly. You call into control, but a member of Baird's Alpha Squad responds, saying they are having trouble reaching anyone on the surface. Looks like all communication will be done with whoever else made it down here. He gives you their location, and you agree to meet up. Carmine radios in to say that he made it down, but he's alone.
Honestly, it's amazing he's still alive.
Ty was supposed to come down with him, but jumped out to fight that predator guy. You tell Carmine to wait where he is, and you and Dom go to pick him up. You split up from Dom, unsure where any of these insect tunnels actually go. On the way, Anya calls in, saying that Alpha Squad managed to fix the issues with comms, and are relaying her signal to you. She reminds you that gears will continue to come falling from the sky as more of those drills make their way into the caves you're traversing.
The cavalry's coming, baby.
You're like, great, thanks for the heads up. Have you heard from Ty and Dizzy yet? She says that the land down radios are still down, but she'll let you know as soon as she hears from them. Eventually, you make it to Carmine, who has single-handedly murdered an entire swarm of hollow creatures.
No. Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, broke his ankle from, like, sneezing too hard or something. I had no faith in this kid. Hell yeah.
Nah, he held his fucking own.
Good for him.
You're honestly impressed. His brother was nowhere near as good a soldier.
That's what I'm saying.
Not that you'd ever tell him that, of course. Your next destination is Alpha Squad. They're here in several teams, and Alpha 1 is the main team. You realize they're not far from where you are. The only thing in the way is about 10 feet of rock wall.
That's it.
You get the bright idea to tip Carmine's drill pod on its side and push it up against the wall.
Ooh.
Flipping the switch, it creates a tunnel, and the three of you follow behind it, breathing in all that beautiful rock dust.
It's fine. You're fine.
After you're through, Anya has news for Dom about Maria. She appears to have teamed up with some stranded after moving on from her last known whereabouts. With the increase in locust activity, many stranded have moved underground to hide from them. It's likely that the group she joined up with did the same. It's not much, but it's at least some kind of lead.
Yeah, and there's a good chance we can, like, scan areas for anything, you know? If we're down here, maybe someone knows something.
He's grateful, and you lead the team forward toward Alpha 1. You all wonder what that predator-looking thing was, hoping that Ty was able to handle it, considering it cut through a fucking tank.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
You say that Ty is tougher than a Brumac. If anyone can survive that thing, it's him. Dom is already scared of the predator, and you all agree that he already makes Rom from the first game look like a pushover by comparison. Carmine wonders if they were underground all along, or if maybe they came from one of the nearby moons or something, looking for emulsion to feed off of, you know? Dom says that he's never seen any of them eating emulsion before, but it's certainly possible that some of his theory is correct. It doesn't really matter, because you notice that the 80-foot tall wall you're staring at just started to slither away.
Shut up. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it wasn't a wall at all. It was the body of a gigantic snake-like creature.
2008 was eating so good on scary sci-fi horror between this and Dead Space. These scary environmental things where you're going through these restricted areas, you're underground, you're in these tight tunnels, you're in this ship, and you're in these windy areas, and shit just starts moving, and you're like, fuck me.
You never see it coming.
Oh, it's so good.
You see a Locust commander riding on the back of a flying hollow creature that basically looks like a weightless Brumac. It points forward, and the head of the massive snake bursts through a wall, and you watch them head toward the surface.
Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes?
Carmine starts screaming for his life, watching a creature so large his brain can't handle it move toward the last of humanity.
Well, he's been fun for now, so goodbye, buddy.
You radio into control to warn them of the hell that's on its way, unsure what they can do to stop it.
Do you also say, like, and Carmine's probably about to die? Just giving you a heads up emotionally?
Yeah, don't let Carmine know that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anya says she can see it from satellite images. It's so fucking large. In fact, an entire city just vanished into the caves below when it emerged.
Whoa!
You confirm this to be true as you watch that entire city fall into the cave with you.
Like you're looking down and then a city appears?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It sends up a blinding amount of dust as you yell out that they're using giant worms to sink cities.
This is great.
That's when you figure out their plan for Jacinto and why they're only attacking the outer ring around it. Jacinto is so large, they're creating a perimeter around it, punching holes along the way.
They're cutting it out.
But with this city now underground, you once again have a clear vision of the sky above, and you watch a support chopper go crashing into what was once the city's center.
Oh, fuck.
Again, assuming the best, you direct your team to head toward the downed chopper to search for survivors. Also, anyone who may have survived the fall of the city itself. The stranded who lived there were supposed to have been cleared out, but those bastards can be stubborn, so some may have stayed behind. The helicopter pilot radios out a distress call, saying he needs help, stat. You tell him you're on your way, and tell the other members of Delta Squad to hustle. The pilot needs you. That's when you get a radio signal from the coal train.
Yeah.
He says that the pilot is fucked. He's completely surrounded and has no hope, and neither will you if you try to save him. But you're just excited to hear from Cole.
You're like, yeah, how are you doing, babe?
But his line cuts out.
Oh.
You decide to ignore his warning and try to get closer to reestablish a connection to him. You fight your way through and make it to the crashed helicopter, only to find out Cole was right.
Yeah, he wouldn't lie to you. He wouldn't lead you astray. Cole is pure of heart.
Everyone is very dead, and you find yourself in a total ambush.
Oh, no.
Realizing you're absolutely fucked.
God damn it.
As you find yourself as the fish in a game of fish in a barrel, where Locust soldiers are surrounding you from above, firing down on you with no escape in sight.
Oh no.
You start yelling Mayday into your microphone, hoping someone can come save your stupid ass. That's when you hear, "Yeah, baby, get some, get some," as you watch the Locusts high above you suddenly fall down dead one by one.
Hell yeah, you can't stop the coal train.
The coal train barrels through one soldier, chainsaw revved, cutting him in half without breaking stride. Then he sticks a live grenade on the back of another, who desperately grabs for it. Barrel rolling off that guy, he aims his gun at a third, pops its head off, then grabs the body and shields himself from the grenade exploding, sending the other Locust's guts flying through the air.
He's so fucking cool.
He looks down on your group and says, "Nobody plays this game like me. Nobody."
That's a fact. Why is the coolest character not the protagonist?
I know, right?
Oh, do you know how much money I would give you for just endless hours of coal train lines? I don't give a fuck if the gameplay is dog shit. I just want to spend time with this character. Oh, he's perfect.
Oh, I love him so much. And they gave him so much more to do in this game.
Because they knew he tested so well.
Yeah.
Of people like us going, I just want to hear him. Just want to experience this character.
He joins your group down below and gives you a solid "I told you so" about the pilot being fucked. You thank him for the assist and ask where the rest of Alpha Squad is. Cole responds by holding up a fistful of cog tags saying, "Here's my squad."
Oh.
Everyone except Baird and another soldier named Tanner.
Except for the named characters, they're all dead. Isn't that crazy?
They dropped in somewhere else, and he's been trying to trace their signal ever since. You let Anya know that you've regrouped with Cole and are on your way to find Baird. Cole goes, "Regrouped? That's what you call me saving your ass?" Man, you guys are lucky you have your star player back on the team.
That star player being Coltrane.
Of course. Dom smiles, saying, "Welcome back to Delta Squad, Coltrane." The four of you trace Baird's last radio signal to a small fortress. Inside, you find a bunch of drill pods, all having been taken captive by the Locusts.
Ugh.
You see that Tanner guy's body completely gutted and start looking through the other pods to find Baird.
Well, he did have a name, but he also had a death.
Yeah.
And honestly, again, let's do a Carmine check. He's alive.
Still, somehow.
Pretty impressive. I have zero faith in this happening, and now I'm concerned he's going to turn around on me and become a major character going forward.
He hears you searching the pods and starts yelling out. He's been in there for hours, saying that the Locusts are leaving people in these things until they're ready for whatever they need them for.
Ugh.
Then they take them further into the hollow for what they're calling processing, whatever the fuck that means.
Well, that's fucking horrifying.
Cole says he'll show these Locust bitches some process. The biggest part that's confusing all of you is the fact that they took any prisoners at all. The Locusts have never taken prisoners in any capacity before.
Oh.
Baird leads you toward where they've been taking the others that were in the pods. You find a makeshift prison called beast barges.
Beast barges.
Basically, slightly smaller versions of the giant worm that's destroying cities, retrofitted with prison facilities.
Oh.
Think a living train prison.
This is the worst kind of train. We have two different trains. One is very good and one is very bad.
Very bad. Baird says he thinks they're torturing people inside of them. You decide to go rescue anyone you can and fight your way onto one.
Yeah, there's nothing good that'll happen in the train prison. You better bust everyone out.
After overtaking one, you look around for survivors. Opening all of them, you see only one. You're both devastated and relieved as you find Ty.
Oh, shit.
He's a little beat up, but he's the toughest motherfucker you've ever met, so you're confident he'll be right back into the fight.
Hell yeah.
You open the door to his cell and toss him his gun, welcoming him back to the fray.
Oh, and Marcus is very good at that because he experienced that at the beginning of the first game.
From behind, we can see the torture Ty has suffered, as his back has been eviscerated to shreds.
Oof.
Ty takes the gun in his hands and looks at it confused, as if he's never seen such a contraption before. His eyes glazed over from the pain. He can't even speak.
Oh, no.
His mouth having been beaten until his jawbone was in pieces. You begin giving orders to the other gears, preparing for the next wave of attacks, when you hear a groan come from behind you. The only noise Ty is capable of making.
Jesus.
You have no time to stop what is coming. As you see him put the barrel of the gun under his own chin
Oh my God.
and pull the trigger, putting himself out of the absolute misery he was suffering. His headless body falls to the ground, and you all see what they had done to his back. Carmine starts to lose it, saying that Ty is the strongest of the gears, but they managed to break him in a matter of hours. He survives everything, doesn't he? You collect Ty's tags and tell everyone it's time to get the hell out of here. You radio back to Control and update them about how the Locusts are torturing prisoners, that you found Baird, and that Ty didn't make it.
Ugh.
Anya takes in the information and thanks you. She says that the hole from that city falling into the hollow, they can send a helicopter in for you. But it won't be for an extraction. They have a new mission for you that she'll tell you about on the way to the rendezvous point.
Ooh.
You get to where the helicopter is set to pick you up, and there's, of course, a battle you need to survive before it arrives.
Naturally.
But as you win the fight, the Locusts call in the giant worm, and you tell the helicopter it's fucking now or never as it comes in to pick you up. You, Dom, Baird, and Cole board and then look around going, where the fuck is Carmine?
I appreciate that they and I are on Carmine watch for this whole thing of like, this won't go well. You were introduced in a sequel as the follow-up to a character that died very quickly and very, to be frank, embarrassingly. Let's go. Come on. Where is he? Where's our boy?
He's just outside the helicopter, fighting off some oncoming locusts, saying that he's got your back.
Oh no, I did that whole thing and he's being heroic. Fuck.
Cole leans out and tells him this isn't the big game yet and to save his ass for the playoffs. Carmine backs his way toward the helicopter, then takes a bullet in the shoulder.
God, you fucking...
He dives into the ride, and you tell the pilot to take off. Carmine catches his breath, thankful that the bullet glanced off his armor, saying that he made it. As you rise into the air, the worm slams its head into a nearby cave wall, causing rocks to cave in down onto the helicopter.
Oh, shit.
The pilot swerves to avoid getting hit, and the centripetal force of the maneuver causes Carmine to go flying out the open door, down into the gullet of the Titanic tube worm.
Oh my God. First of all, no, I have a lot of stuff going on. Is this more of a Dune sandworm or a Beetlejuice sandworm?
Ooh, God, Dune.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
but I mean, it's made of like rock.
That feels more menacing to me. I just want to throw that out there. This is insane.
Yeah, it's more of a snake, but they're calling it a worm in the game.
Okay, but
yeah.
That's the scale we're thinking is closer to a Dune one.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
like,
Carmine.
Think that scene in Jurassic World where that one bitch gets eaten?
Yeah.
Yeah, but even bigger than that.
Oh, that's great. Carmine's an idiot, but Jesus, it really is starting to feel like he's going to live forever. This is not the last we see of him. I know that in my heart. But at what end?
Well, then the worm lunges forward and closes its gaping maw around the helicopter as well, as you are all taken into the belly of the beast, and the world turns black. Color returns as you look up at a ceiling fan spinning.
Oh, there's electricity inside the worm.
You hear a woman's voice saying, Dom, come on, the kids are at my mother's and we have the whole day together. Wake up.
Oh.
Looking up, you see a brunette woman bringing you breakfast in bed. She repeats, Dom, wake up. Then her voice becomes your voice as Marcus Fenix, yelling, Dom, wake up. You help Dom awaken from his concussion and get him to his feet.
I appreciate you admitting concussions.
Oh, it's absolutely what happened.
Yeah.
He begs you to tell him that we're not where he thinks you are, and you tell him that, unfortunately, that's exactly where we are.
That's the most concussed way of saying that, too.
Cole wants to just cut your way out of the animal, but you tell him that you have to kill it first. This thing is a city sinker, so you need to take it out. Baird wants to know how you expect to do that, and you say that you're going to rip its damn heart out. It's honestly the best chance you have, as the skin of this thing is harder than stone. but the insides are all nice and squishy.
Squishy stuff.
Baird asks just how the hell we're going to find the heart, and you tell him to shut the hell up and keep an eye out for Carmine. There's a chance he survived the fall if the four of you did too.
Oh, he 100% did for some fucking reason. This is not where we lose him. He doesn't break both legs and he's like, I'm going to tap out.
Inside the beast are other animals that it has eaten as well. Some of them whole, so they're alive and attack, giving you plenty to do on your way.
This is the monster from fucking Nope.
Eventually, you finally find Carmine alive, but unwell.
Unwell was his baseline status, so I need you to be more specific.
He's currently screaming for his life while a bunch of giant insects dine on his intestines.
Oh, no. He's the beef. I'm so sorry, Carmine. This is a terrible way to go out.
Really
Fuck
is.
me. I was like, for a he, ha, ha, said, ha, ha, his legs are broken. No, they were broken over bread. He is food now. This is bad. This poor fucking guy.
You shoot them off, and Carmine gets a classic bleeding out soldier's death, begging you to tell his many brothers and his ma that he loves them before he succumbs to his injuries.
Don't bring Ma into this. I don't want her to die in like year 7 when she has to avenge her sons. Oh, we have to have a Carmine death in every one. I'm going to find one if it doesn't happen.
It needs to happen, right?
If we don't get one in 3, I'll make some fan fiction. You can fucking guarantee it. That is a much better legacy for the Carmine family, though. This is
Right?
cool as fuck. Like, this is some martyrdom.
A little bit.
You could frame this as he brought out some guys and then the whole Delta team got to shoot them or some sort of distraction. It's at least less embarrassing than Carmine won.
Yeah, he had more heroic moments than Carmine won.
A lot of them were screaming, but his baseline was mostly screaming his head off, but man, that's a cool death.
Cole gets pissed off and starts shooting at the walls of the worm. This pisses off the giant, and he begins to lose his shit. Literally, forcing a debris wall to push through its own body toward you.
No!
The four of you roadie run your asses out of there, trying to avoid the torrential shitstorm heading your way. Cole makes a suggestion you all move into an organ that doesn't push poop through the body, and cuts a hole through to a different part of the worm. You continue through the body, using your chainsaw to cut into different sections, eventually following the steady thump of a heartbeat. Eventually you find it, and the four of you chop it into pieces while it spews blood over your cheering bodies.
That's fucking great.
You celebrate your victory over the city-sinking silkworm for a moment, before Baird ruins it,
Fucking Baird.
saying that he can still hear a heartbeat.
Oh, there's more than one! There's more than one!
You remember from your school days that worms have more than one heart.
Fuck.
You're not sure how many, but you'll cut each one of them out until this fucker is dead.
That's a great way to say lather, rinse, repeat on some gameplay. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like, on a producer's end, someone was so happy about this level.
There are 3 total, even though earthworms traditionally have 5.
Oh, they gave us a break on that one.
Well, this isn't Earth, it's Sarah, so I
Yeah.
guess Sarah worms have 3. After the final heart is severed, the gargantuan creature erupts from the underground, towering high over a mountain range. It writhes and wriggles in pain, spewing up the blood-red contents of its former guts, before slamming down hard in the ground, becoming a new mountain range itself.
Oh, that's cool.
After it settles, the 4 of you rev your chainsaws from the inside and cut your ways out, riding a river of viscera out onto the ground.
I know it smells crazy between these boys.
Baird retches, saying, "This is so fucked up.
If anyone has to throw up, it should be Baird.
You're not supposed to be coughing up blood that isn't your own."
He's a prick, but he has a point. What a fucking nightmare. I also appreciate that they established that Coltrane does get motion sickness, but he's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's just Baird
No.
having a meltdown.
Everybody's losing their
Everyone
shit.
is okay.
You call into control, gagging through your words, going, "Well, we did some fucked up shit. Please get us the hell out of here." Then you collapse in a pool of muck as you await rescue.
Just in muck.
Yeah.
Oh no. Like, it's kind of refreshing because these boys are framed as so, hyper alpha heroic.
Masculine energy,
Yeah, and also like unflappable, the baddest motherfuckers. So they're all like, my tummy hurts because we made their tummy hurt. And no one is okay with this. Also, the kid died, go figure. But please get us, we need some Tums.
A few hours later, you're all just getting cleaned up when you see a helicopter flying in. Dangling below is some kind of vehicle. It lands down next to your group, and the chopper flies off.
They didn't even pick you up, they just dropped you off a ride.
You yell into your comms that you requested a pickup, not a drop-off. Command says that you have a new mission. There's an outpost near your location that is rumored to give the location of the Locust Queen's fortress. If you can get that intel, you can take out their leadership and end this damn war.
Yeah.
Now, the gamer has heard of the Locust Queen a few times by now.
Mira.
But for the character, this is your first time ever hearing about a Locust Queen, and you want to know more.
You didn't even realize they were in a monarchy.
No. Command tells you that Chairman Prescott has decided that you're on a need-to-know basis, and that her existence is really all you need to know about right now.
I hate that. Don't you hate when someone's coy about shit like that?
Yeah, and they just hide behind, bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Your mission is to find out where she is, and that's an order. The four of you load into the armored vehicle and head out for the outpost.
That is the sweatiest, crankiest ride of their lives.
Oh, and they're still covered in shit.
Yeah, you had the long drive after playing paintball for an afternoon where you're I'm sweaty,
Right.
I'm covered in stuff, and no, we're all exhausted, but so we're not talking.
Right.
That times 1,000
Times 1,001 easily.
with body acid on you.
As you ride, Baird says that his bullshit detector is going crazy right now, but what other choice do we have? You arrive at the location and quickly realize this outpost was never taken over by the Locusts.
Oh.
So why did the Cogs abandon it? Especially if it contained such vital information like the Locust Queen's location. Baird reminds you. Bullshit detector.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You call into control so you can talk to Anya and get some answers. But instead of control, you reach command, who says you will no longer be speaking with Anya and will be going directly through military command from now on.
I don't like this.
You're operating on some seriously top secret information, and only a handful of people alive can know what you're doing. Looking around, you're wondering what is special about this outpost. It appears to just be an old warehouse. Wondering if maybe the Stranded had taken it over or something? That's why it's not overrun with locusts or cogs? Approaching a big metal vault door, with a combination lock and everything, you take a bio-shot as a TV screen above turns on, and a greenish, jerkily moving image of a man named Niles appears.
Oh.
He welcomes you to Jameson Depot, saying you require proper identification to enter. Since you don't have any, you tell Baird to grab some explosives.
I don't have my driver's license. Can you throw me a grenade, please?
Baird prepares a massive, crate-sized explosive device, telling you to drop it in front of the door, set the timer, and get the fuck out of there. You'll be lucky if it doesn't take down the whole damn building. When you make it back to the door, the TV screen asks if you've acquired the proper identification. You set the bomb and tell him that you did manage to find some after all. You blow the door open, and the man says, "Access granted. Thank you."
I appreciate that the AI has a sense of humor
Yeah.
about it. Of the door's open, what am I going to fucking do about it?
Niles gives you a welcome speech upon your entry, saying that if you need help, just ask. Dom wonders out loud if it's just a recording, and the voice responds, "No, it's not. Please come inside and he'll explain."
Which also sounds so suspicious.
Entering, Dom doesn't like the vibe the facility gives off, saying that whatever they were building here, it feels like they were using either prisoners or slaves to build it. You call back to command, saying that it doesn't seem to be completely empty. There's a man here controlling the security system. They ask if he seems hostile, and you say you're unsure and will report back when you know more. Along the way through this massive, empty building, you fight a few creatures that have made their home here over the years. But the TV keeps showing off the many features this place has to offer, occasionally killing a bunch of bad guys for you remotely with some strategically placed booby traps.
Okay, who is this?
This is a building dedicated to scientific research, after all. and they have discovered so much about our enemies from below here. Buildings like this are what set us above animals like the Locusts. Without scientific research, we'd be savages. Waiting outside, Baird radios to you saying that the weather is taking a turn for the worst and a storm is coming, asking you to please hurry the fuck up and get back to he and Cole.
Of course it's gonna fucking rain.
In the meantime, they're going to move to just inside the building to keep dry. You agree with that decision and promise to hurry back when you can. You and Dom enter a room full of floor-to-ceiling glass tubes, filled with liquid, and have floating bodies inside them.
Ah, science!
Whatever is floating in them, they don't look like locusts or humans.
But a secret third thing that's worse.
Niles says that it doesn't think you have access to this location, and you ask it if it really wants you to question your access level again. Niles explains that proper access prevents unexpected and unpleasant occurrences, so it's important to follow the rules.
We're in a locust war. The whole thing's fucking unpleasant.
You call command and ask about the facility. They say there is no record at all of it existing.
Ooh.
They have no information to give you and tell you you're on your own down here. You find a computer terminal and turn it on. A video begins playing with the voice of Niles describing a plan that involves moving everyone out of the facility and relocating to one inside Mount Kadar. He's going to leave behind a relatively advanced AI as a security system that will be programmed based off his personality. It will be the best way to allow the specimens here to grow without interference, and they can monitor the progress remotely. Besides, it would be terrible if the sires were awoken too early.
The sires?
AI Niles shuts off the video and says that it would be wise of you to exit the facility now, as a roar can be heard coming from a nearby hallway.
A roar! Oh, this is fun.
You ask what that sound was, and he says that you've awoken the sires.
Hell yeah.
This will prove to be problematic for you. The glass tubes begin to explode as Hulk-like beings, each with 4 tentacle-like appendages sprouting from their backs, burst from their depths and scream out.
Back tentacles!
Incomplete specimens awoken too early from their slumber. Abominations hell-bent on killing whoever disturbed their sleep.
That's fucking great.
AI Niles gives you an I told you so about your access levels as you mow them down.
Which, again, had to be programmed for.
You figure Niles had these things under lock all this time, and they're only suddenly breaking out. Meaning Niles is probably allowing them to escape.
Ah.
You decide to find wherever Niles' brain computer is located so you can shut him down and stop him from releasing more abominations. You fight your way to the power supply to Niles and manage to flip the switch to the off position. You hear Niles say, "When we are all fully cleansed and the truth comes forth, will we listen? Will we listen? Listen, listen, listen."
Oh my god.
Baird radios to you and says that the rain has turned into razor hail.
Whoa!
A phenomenon exclusive to Sarah. It is exactly what it sounds like.
It sounds fucking awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
Ice chunks that fall from the sky in the form of razor-sharp shards that can cut through a body with ease.
That's metal as fuck.
Being caught in razor hail is a guaranteed death. The computer that controlled Niles also had the info you came for, so you download it and let Baird know you're on the way back. Working your way back through the building, you have to brave occasional sprints through the razor hail to make it back to the tank in one piece. Fortunately, it turns back to rain by the time you arrive, as Baird and Cole fire up the tank. You drive off, heading toward Mount Kadar to follow the trail left by the former residents of the secret base. Your mission being to infiltrate it, then send a signal to Control so they can blow the place to smithereens with satellite lasers. Driving up the mountain feels very Halo 2,
Ooh.
as I'm sure that was a note they received about the first game.
Make it more like Halo?
Xbox exclusives need to have their linking moments.
Oh.
On PlayStation, it's shimmying between 2 tight spaces and climbing walls.
The way I knew for 100% fact you would bring up a character going, back against the wall, shimmying between two narrow things as you tie two different scenes together. God damn it, I'm sick of that. I'm so sick of it.
On Xbox, it's riding around in vehicles, killing bad guys.
Oh.
Which, to their credit, Xbox games are very good at doing.
At this point, they don't own it anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah. You drive that tank deep into a dark cave, giving a much more creepy vibe as your vehicle's lights give only a narrow view. Corpsers come up out of the ground to attack you, and you have to defend yourself in the near pitch blackness.
Oh.
The Corpsers being a hollow creature I referred to as a tarantula scorpion in the first game.
That's right.
At one point, the tank stalls and its lights shut off. Baird takes a few tries to get it back up and running, and when the lights come back on, there are 3 Corpsers descending on you, which you have to deal with very quickly. Eventually, you come to a chasm and have a brilliant idea. You shoot out a column, and it falls, not quite spanning the gap, but forming a makeshift ramp. You decide to jump it and tell everyone to hold on tight.
Yeah.
Baird tells you to stop, but his words mean nothing to you.
Facts.
You launch over the pit and land hard on the other side. Cole shouts, "Yeah, baby, let's do that again."
I love that Baird is just a killjoy.
Then he starts laughing and says, "Baird just pissed himself."
That's why. That's why he's a killjoy. He had a full bladder and said, "Please don't make me shake my tummy. Please, please. I've had so much Pedialyte to stay hydrated and I have to pee.
I've been holding it since the snake. Come on.
I can't pee in front of other people. You know this, Dom. Marcus, I asked you to pull over and you couldn't."
You continue through the tunnels of the underground when you come upon a sight you're not expecting. A shitload of humans living down here.
Oh.
They are strandeds, and you ask what the hell they're doing down here. It's not safe. An old man in the group spits back that nowhere is safe.
That's real.
They explain that you blew up their home, and they were forced to move underground.
Hey, dipshit, where do I go?
As long as they stay away from the Nexus, they've been pretty safe down here for the last few months. You ask what the Nexus is, and he tells you it's the Locust home base. You and Dom look at each other and nod, prompting you to ask if the Nexus is nearby and accessible. The old man says that there's a lake between here and there. Wait, hold on.
Are you sure it's a lake?
Sorry, this just in. It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Yay! Alan Wake forever!
But nobody but Locusts can cross it.
Oh.
The water isn't safe. You spit back that nowhere is safe, right?
Why are you a smartass right now? We're trying to get information.
You instruct Baird and Cole to escort these stranded back to the surface. It's too dangerous down here. Then, when you get to your location, you'll send a signal and they can take one of those drill pods back down to you.
It feels kind of bad that these people were displaced a second time.
By you?
Yeah. But I guess there's some solace that Cole gets to hang out with them on the walk back.
Yeah, they get to take the Cole train back.
Oh.
Baird tries to argue, but Cole tells him to shut up. The longer he argues, the longer this takes, because Cole knows you're not changing your mind anytime soon.
Everyone makes me so jealous of Baird to be like, you're the biggest prick and you get to hang out with the coolest guy.
Right. The old man only agrees under the condition that they will not be conscripted once they reach the surface. You tell him you don't give a shit what happens to them once they get there. You just need them the fuck out of here.
I will displace you a third time if you keep asking questions. Just in spite of you.
Before they depart, Dom pulls the old man aside and shows him a picture of Maria, asking if he's seen her before. He says she resembles a woman that was with another group that came underground. Stu's group, he calls them. But Stu's dumbass got them all captured. The Locusts took them toward the Nexus.
Oh my god.
If they didn't go all the way there, then they were likely taken to one of the labor camps along the way.
Yikes.
Dom thanks him for the directions on how to reach both the camps and the Nexus, and he says you're welcome. Don't know what use it'll do you. Only Locusts can come and go from there, but good luck. Baird asks what happens if this plan doesn't work, and you tell him that you'll see Jacinto down here shortly. Upset, Baird takes off with Cole to lead the stranded out of the caves, while you and Dom figure out a way across the water. Dom is low-key impressed by the advancements the Locusts have made down here. They have managed to build a whole-ass city underground, and he's kinda excited to see what it looks like.
His engineering brain's like, this is kind of cool though, right?
Well, it's not something many people can say they've seen.
Yeah.
But that excitement is far outweighed by his fear of what they're doing to Maria. You point out a wooden boat and approach it. But the thing is way too dinky for you two beef boys.
Beef.
Just then, an enemy ship comes crashing into the dock you're standing on, and it breaks off, becoming a rudderless boat itself, floating you across the water.
That's a freebie.
You discover why only Locusts can cross, as a massive shadow can be seen swimming under the boat, circling it.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Locusts send in their own boat to stop you, which you commandeer just as your makeshift raft crashes into some rocks.
Well done, boys.
But taking over the enemy's ride doesn't do much for you, as it tips over a waterfall and plummets hundreds of feet down while you and Dom scream for your lives.
You know what? You tried. You gave it a really good effort, boys.
You splash down, still undefeated, and immediately get attacked by the Kraken that was casting the dark shadow underneath your raft earlier.
Surely you don't get eaten by a second giant mythological creature, right?
It's now attacking your confiscated boat, and you toss some grenades down its throat after realizing your bullets aren't doing shit, just like with the huge worm. With its head missing, it releases you, and you continue onward toward the Nexus.
Oh, I was genuinely still like, there's a chance it could still eat, though.
Nah. You point to a cave and hope it's a back entrance to the city. Of course, you're correct. So you and Dom dock the boat so you can sneak your way into the city. Once inside, you see a group of soldiers marching. You figure they're going to meet up with the rest of their troops at the city's center. You tell Dom that the two of you are going to follow them so you can send the signal and take out the entire army in one shot.
Yeah.
Dom tells you to hold your fucking horses. Maria is down here and is the only reason he's fighting this damn war.
Okay, let's take it back. Maria might be down here in the way that she might be anywhere.
Well, he's not going to level this place until he knows she's safe.
All right, there's that toxic optimism of, no, they're 100% fine unless I find out otherwise. Ugh.
You tell him that if you find Maria on the way to complete your mission, you'll save her.
Absolutely.
But you're not here for any goddamn side missions. Dom says to fuck off then. He'll go alone.
I'm with Dom. Marcus being a bit of a prick. Like, you can get two things done at once.
You ask him if he's really willing to risk the final remaining members of the human race on the off chance he might find his wife. Dom says that after what you did for your father, he thought you, of all people, would understand.
Ooh.
Remembering that Dom went with you to rescue your father way back when, you decide to help him out on his mission to save his wife.
There you go. Put your shit aside. You also wasted about 8 minutes with this fight.
Yeah,
so
right?
I need you to get back to the mission. Because like you both mentioned, there's a lot on the line.
The two of you quickly find a prison camp and scan their computer for an entry for Maria. After going through hundreds of names, you actually find her.
Oh, shit.
Picture matches and everything. Only issue being, there's a big symbol across her information. One that neither of you understand, and Dom says it's probably where they're keeping her, and he runs off excited at the prospect of finding her at last. You look at the symbol with concern, knowing that it's not usually a good sign when something like that is blocking words on a screen. The two of you find a series of drill tubes down here. Tiny prison cells the Locusts utilize to transport the hundreds of captured humans. It was like slaves were just being delivered to their doorstep. You find a group of them with that symbol marked on them, and Dom runs through them, looking inside for signs of Maria. Finally, he finds the one with Maria alive and well inside, and opens it. She stands there, blinking at the sudden light, unsure if it's real or not. Dom calls to her, and she walks forward. Dom pulls her into an embrace, and she collapses in his arms.
Oh.
Gently, he lowers her to the ground, still holding her tightly, reminding her how much he loves her. You look at Dom, holding her head over his shoulder warmly, and very concerningly say his name. Dom pulls back to look at Maria. She's no longer the woman he remembers. Reality setting in around him. Her hair is missing, her skin pale gray and clinging to bone,
Ugh.
her breathing shallow and painful. unable to speak or even make noise. Dom takes in this decrepit and tortured person, saying, "Baby, no, 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 no. What did they do to you?" You can't do anything but stand there, looking down on this absolute nightmare of a scene. Dom can't make words. He's crying so hard, saying he doesn't know what he can do. He can't save her. You put your hand on him and tell him it's gonna be okay. Then turn and walk away so he can say his goodbyes.
Oh, fuck.
Dom sobs openly, clutching his wife's head in his hand. With his other, he raises a gun, saying he's so sorry. You continue walking away from the grisly scene, and flinch ever so slightly when you hear the gun go off.
Fuck me.
You stop walking and look down, hurting for your friend and his loss, fighting off tears of your own. You do some recon work while Dom mourns his loss, and find a map into the Nexus. Once Dom rejoins you, you comfort him, saying that she's in a better place, and he did what was right.
Every death is more brutal in this. Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
killer, right?
Like, even when we go down to, like, the silly throwaway Carmines of the world, you know, you go for, like, a little pop to being eaten alive like it's goddamn, oh, Jesus, like a horrific scene in a horror movie.
In like a zombie film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To, like, oh, you know, like, Marcus's dad somewhere else, to this shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, this fucking heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
You show him the map, saying you figured out a way to sneak in, as well as a way to go in guns blazing. Considering what Dom just went through, you wouldn't blame him if he wants to kill as many locusts as he possibly can.
Not you letting him, like, weaponize the anger.
Dom loads his gun, saying, "I want to kill them all,"
Hell yeah.
and leads the two-man charge. After a couple onslaughts, the two of you enter the Nexus. It's hazy and dark. It's like those ant cities you see when scientists or assholes pour concrete or mercury inside a hole, then pull out an elaborate tunnel system with a big central hub.
Whoa.
Dom asks where you think the queen resides, and you say it's likely in the largest of the structures. It's the most castle-like one anyway.
For thematic reasons, it's a big one, homie.
From there, you'll send the signal and have the Cog army come crashing in from above to bring the pain. Dom's like, "Fuck it, we ball," and the two of you trek toward the presumed palace. You're proved correct as you begin to hear broadcasts over loudspeakers from the queen herself, saying that our species is destined to rule Sarah,
Our species.
and that the queen is with the Locusts through their fight. Now, this is one of those weird storytelling problems they kind of backed themselves into here. The gamer knows that the Locust Queen is a human as
Yeah.
long as they played the first game or listened to our episode on it.
Those two options and nothing in between.
But Marcus, the character, didn't even know she existed until recently, let alone that she's a human.
That's right. He's new to the monarch.
So for him, hearing her say our species is assumed she's a locust.
Yeah, he has no reason to think otherwise.
But the gamer knows she's full of shit saying our species like you did. So I don't know if they thought they were going to have like a big reveal when we finally meet her or what, but like they kind of screwed that all up by showing us she's human in the last game.
Interesting. I wonder if they're also going off of maybe some people don't remember that last, because it's like the last thing you see in the game.
So it apparently all has to do with the remasters of the game.
Oh?
In the very original version of the first Gears, we never saw the queen at any point. But in the remaster, they added her to the end of the first one since her character was giving a speech.
Whoa.
So yeah, the very, very original Gears of War that came out on 360, we never saw the queen in that one. But in every version since then, we've had the queen in it.
Got it.
So it's kind of this thing that, yeah, like they backed themselves into this problem a little bit.
That's fascinating.
It's funny though, she's making grand lectures through every encounter, and Dom is shit-talking the entire time as if she can hear him.
He's yelling back at her over the intercom.
You reach the castle and decide it's time to call in reinforcements, sending off the signal to them. Almost immediately, 2 drill pods fall from above. You take cover while also clearing the surrounding area of any bad guys so your new teammates can regroup safely. Of course, the two pods were Baird and Cole. You thank them for being the first to come down, and Cole says he wouldn't want to be anywhere else, baby. Baird concedes that he would prefer to be on a tropical island, but...
You are not fun, Baird.
You tell them that you're going to find and kill the queen, and they follow along loyally. Baird is looking around at everything, wondering how they were able to build this whole city so quickly. You tell him you're not so sure they did. It seems like they've been here a long time. He wonders if that means the fact they consume emulsion for energy is also false. You say it likely is, as the queen keeps talking about taking over the surface. Why would the Locusts want to do that if all the emulsion on Sarah is underground?
Yeah.
In one of her broadcasts, she talks about the Lambent and how they are unfamiliar with the strengths of the Locusts. Dom wonders what a Lambent is, and you assume it's just their word for gears or humans.
Oh, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be some fresh horror, but go on, honey.
Rounding a corner, you see a group of them running away from something or someone, occasionally seeing one explode. You try to find what they were running from and come up short, finding just a bunch of dead bodies, some glowing green, some not.
Glowing green occasionally. This is great.
Dom squats down next to a glowing one and notices it's covered in emulsion, a golden yellow steam rising off the corpse. Baird tells him to stay the fuck away from it. He'll get rust lung or something. Cole is confused because from what he's seeing, it looks like the glowing locusts were fighting the non-glowing ones.
See, we're coming up on a fresh third hell. Come on.
It's kind of like the flood from Halo as well.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
Like, we think this is the big bad, and then we realize there's something way worse that needs our attention.
And it takes over other bodies and shit, you
Oh,
know?
this is great.
You're like, oh, that must be what a lampant is. Some diseased version of a locust overtaken by emulsion sickness. That's why the locusts are pushing so hard to take the surface. They're being chased out by the lambent. A lambent-infected locust charges at Cole, and he kills it.
Good.
The body hits the ground, and a gold substance leaks out of its body and begins crawling away.
A little golden freak.
It finds a normal locust and attaches itself to it like a symbiote in Spider-Man, infecting it.
Yes.
This is the only time in the entire Gears of War franchise where this happens.
No.
It does
No.
get explained as to what happened, but it does not get explained as to why we never see it happen again.
This is cool, though.
Right?
I love seeing little weird goo guys running around. I love Flubber. It was great. Come on.
Yeah, there is no other point. It's kind of just a show that the emulsion is kind of alive.
Cliffy B, you owe me more weird goop. Bring me the goop for the Beef Boys, Cliffy B.
Finally, the four of you approach the palace itself, where the queen is residing. You tell them that if you kill this bitch, the war is over. For you, anyway. The Locusts will probably have to deal with this whole lambent situation still, but that's their problem. Baird wonders where the queen is hiding inside this castle, and you figure that if humans go for the highest point, the Locust Queen would likely take the lowest, since they live underground. And you descend into what you would consider the basement of the building. Eventually, you find a computer terminal inside a control room that details the queen's plan. She wants to sink Jacinto to kill the lambent.
Oh. This really is Halo. We're just gonna blow everything up. Fuck all of y'all.
It's not entirely different from when the humans destroyed the planet's atmosphere to try and make it inhabitable for the locusts.
I guess.
It doesn't matter if it fucks up the hollow. It's worth it to kill the lambent. The queen begins another one of her broadcasts, and Cole is sick of her shit. He finds a microphone in the control room and flips it to loudspeaker mode. He interrupts the queen cast, yelling into the mic, "Delta Squad is in your house, bitch."
The call is coming from inside the house is crazy.
Locust soldiers all over the hollow turn their attention to the PA system, hearing Cole tell them that they're all going so far down, they won't know which way is up.
That's so fucking cool.
Their punk asses will be crying to their bitch-ass queen not to let the beefy beef boys hurt them anymore.
Absolutely, beef.
But fuck them, because we're gonna kill that bitch dead before they ever reach her. Baird rips the microphone out of the PA system saying, "That's how you muzzle a queen." Cole looks at him indignant and Baird goes, "Oh, no, not you. You were great. Love the whole bitch-ass stuff. Very enlightening."
Part of him going, "Did you call me a queen? Like, excuse me? No, not you. I'm happy for you. Just stop."
He's like, "I loved you. You were perfect." No notes. While this was all going down, you and Dom were searching the computer for more information when you find an audio log. It's the voice of Adam Fenix, your father,
Oh.
saying that it might not be a bad idea to purposely sink Jacinto. It has a seawall, and that would cause the ocean to fill the entire hollow with water. Sure, the last human refuge would be lost, but it might be worth the sacrifice to win the war.
This was his dad's idea. Great.
Baird wants to know why the fuck your father is inside the Queen's computer. But you say it doesn't matter. She clearly got the idea to sink Jacinto from this recording. You just need to make sure the Locusts don't escape if it does all come crumbling down. Baird is like, "I get it's your dad, but are you seriously considering burying a city?" You tell him it's just a last resort, then relay to command that there is a backup plan should all else fail.
But also, this is 100% what's happening.
In the meantime, your plan is still to take down the Queen in her throne room. You arrive, and she's sitting in her chair like the queen she is. Mira is bathed in gray. Her head is that of a beautiful woman with her silver hair high in a tight bun. Her cloak is long, almost like a bunch of tentacles off her back, some of which seem to be moving of their own accord. In the corner, the predator-looking locust stands guard, unmoving. Cole goes, "I thought she was supposed to be butt ugly."
Cole said, "My gossip specifically was that was an ugly ass bitch."
I've been calling her ugly this whole time.
But also Cole being taken aback by that first look and going, "I'm sorry, was she cute?" Because that also implies Cole's like, "That's not an ugly woman."
She tells you that you were the first and last humans to ever step foot inside this palace. You tell her that you know about her plan to sink Jacinto and flood the hollow, which would certainly kill all of you should you get stuck down here. She says that even though you killed her pet riftworm, there are other ways of sinking it. Then you spit back, "Not if we sink it first."
Nuh-uh.
She laughs, saying that she could hear your whole little plan you made inside the control room, saying that it won't work. Her army is already entering Jacinto as we speak. The Locusts will stop you from sinking the city until she gives the command to make it happen. She turns to leave and then asks if you're really Adam Fenix's son. You ask what it means to her that you are, and she says that he always spoke so highly of you.
Oh, what were you up to, Dad?
It's a shame you didn't follow in his footsteps. Oh well.
Oh, this bitch. Oh, she's fucking with him. Is Marcus okay? Let's check in on Marcus.
Well, we can't because she sicks her predator guard Scourge onto you.
Fuck.
After defeating him, you realize you need to get back to Jacinto so you can take out her forces and send the ocean into the hole. You've seen a few locusts flying around on some saddle-backed hollow creatures and decide to confiscate a couple to help get you out of there faster. Almost immediately, you're chased by Scourge on a mount of his own. Much larger than yours and covered in guns. He attempts to blast you out of the sky, but you prove to be a better pilot of a sentient being than he is, and he gets flung from his and becomes impaled.
That's great.
After a few more evasive maneuvers, you all fly into Jacinto, riding on the backs of hollow creatures, which Control has no idea is you, so they try to shoot you out of the sky during your approach.
And you're like, "Oh, come on, man."
You call into your radio to stand down, but it's too late. Yours takes a direct hit and starts to fall from the sky. Anya responds apologizing and saying you're cleared for landing now.
Oh.
So you crash down with a squish as your ride dies.
With a squish is crazy.
Baird and Cole land next to you, and their mount sees his dead friend and starts to screech at you.
Oh.
Then it takes off into the air and flies off for freedom. Baird is like, well, that was a freebie. Anya tells you that all of command is with her, and it tells you to join them so you can plan for the final attack. You tell the others to roll out, and they fall in line. You arrive at Command Central, and you ask how the plans to sink Jacinto are coming along. Chairman Prescott says that your plan seemed insane when you first heard it. You tell him that you have that effect on people.
And then you wink and like wiggle your little butt.
He says that your father seems to have been right all this time. He wasn't a traitor after all. You're like, yeah, I've known that all along. I went to jail for that belief. Anya interrupts, saying that there are locusts incoming, and you scramble to defend the base. Even Colonel Hoffman, the bastard that threw you in jail and left you there to rot after freeing all the other prisoners, joins by your side to defend Jacinto so you can destroy it.
Hell yeah.
It's an epic last stand for the city as you battle enemy forces throughout its alleyways and courtyards, using everything from miniguns and mortars to flamethrowers to kill the advancing army. It's all just stalling tactics so helicopters can evacuate everyone out of the city before it sinks. After defending the stronghold, you return to see how plans are coming along. Anya says that with its strategically placed light mass bomb under the city, it should be all they need to sink it. But the Locusts caved in all entrances large enough for a helicopter to fly in. You finish her thought for her, saying that she needs you and the others to go down there and open a new one. You instruct Cole and Baird to load the light mass bomb into a chopper while you and Dom head back underground for one last mission. You find the sinkhole they're protecting and kill your way down it. There are support columns that you will need to take out down here to open up a new hole, and you decide to hijack a Brumac to speed up the process. Dom thinks you're insane, but you tell him that if the Locusts can ride them, then you can ride them. Besides, you're on the thing's back. It will have no idea who's controlling it. So, you sneak onto one and take control of a Brumac.
Yeah, Ratatouille this bitch.
You let Control know, and Anya is speechless and just tells you to keep her posted on how that works out for you.
She's given up. She's throwing her hands up. She threw a bunch of loose papers in the air and said, you know what? Of course this is fucking happening. Sure, man.
It works out fucking great as you walk all over the Locust military, squishing them like the grubs they are under your feet.
Yeah.
They do their best to stop you, even sending a corpser at you.
Whoa.
But Brumac beats everything.
Yay.
You take out the support columns while laying waste to your enemies and open up a new hole into the hollow. Control immediately sends Baird and Cole down with a light mass bomb and a chopper with a couple others for support. You accidentally steer the Brumac into some emulsion, and it begins to lose its shit.
Oh.
It knocks one of the support copters out of the sky, and it crashes into the river of emulsion below. Baird says they're going to try and get in close so you can jump on. The Brumac is sinking into the glowing green river and panicking, which makes it even more dangerous.
Because now it's just flailing and shit.
The emulsion begins to enter the Brumac's veins, infecting it and turning it into a lambent.
Oh, no.
You leap off and manage to land inside the helicopter. You celebrate, but Baird gives you a reality check, saying that the light mass bomb was actually in the chopper that went down. It's so big they had to ride in a different one. You're pissed because you were so fucking close. Then, the Brumac begins to grow.
Oh, no.
Puffing up and expanding, the armor it's wearing bursting off its body as it enlarges rapidly. Dom says that it's getting lambent sickness and is gonna explode. You go, wait, say that again. Realizing you may still have a bomb after all.
Oh.
The Brumac has now grown 30 feet taller,
Whoa.
50 feet wider, and has sprouted a dozen tentacles, each with a snapping mouth at the end.
Holy shit, this sounds awesome.
Using your old friend the Hammer of Dawn, you rain down fire from satellites above, speeding up the exploding process.
Yes!
Once the Brumac stops fighting, you know it's about to burst, and scream into your comms for all choppers to evacuate the hole and the city now. The The Brumak explodes as your copter circles the city. You watch as buildings begin to sink one by one into the hollow below. You try to reach Anya, but the line is down. Assuming the best, you just watch the destruction while you plan to try again later. Finally, the seawalls cave in, and the ocean floods the hollow. Down below, locusts and hollow creatures retreat from the oncoming flood, while others are already caught in the swell, tumbling ass over tea kettle. Back above the city, you see a flooded metropolis, half buried, half drowned, while several dozen helicopters and boats circle it. The Queen's voiceover begins saying that the world can end in the blink of an eye. You try to call for Anya once more. This time, forgetting your training, you begin to panic, while Dom holds a picture of Maria.
Oh.
The Queen says, all that you held dear, washed away into the sea of distant memory. You stop trying to call for Anya, and Dom consoles you, saying he's sorry. Continuing, the Queen says that life is cruel, but it also continues, with or without you.
This bitch.
Looking out at the sea of choppers, you see Cole across the way in one, who gives you a salute. From behind him, Anya stands up and waves to you.
Ah, she just didn't have her fucking phone on her. This is great.
You erase every sign you were ever worried and just stare back at her emotionless.
Confirmed, she's fine. I'm good. I have no further questions. I don't care if she's okay. I just see she has a pulse. I'm fine.
The Queen finishes, saying that we all hope to leave behind a legacy. Some of us leave one we never intended.
Like the Carmines, whose legacy is dying in sad ways.
The army of helicopters fly away as the city continues to sink beneath the ocean, as the screen fades to black. The end.
Damn, that's fun.
That was Gears of War 2.
Fuck, these are so cinematic.
Right? And huge. And you can see what bringing in a real fucking writer did for the game.
Yeah, and I like the world they created. I think it's unique enough that it does stand out where you could probably see this and be like, well, that's a Locust, that's Gears kind of shit. But bringing this up really just that Dom and Maria scene's fucking brutal.
That is fucking tough. Like, you do not see that shit coming. Like, honestly, you kind of expect Maria to go.
Yeah.
But not like that.
And to see Dom break down, because these are, they're very much posturing as the height of masculinity and being a soldier and not being vulnerable. And for him to be that vulnerable, I feel like actually means a lot for this time and this franchise.
You're absolutely right. No, like, bravo to Epic for like showing these really big, strong men break down and cry.
And also in their own way support each other. Like, yeah, Marcus isn't a fuzzy guy, but he'll put his hand on there and be like, that sucks. And like give him space because he knows his friend and he knows how to respect his friend. This is great. This is, I love these.
They live in a world of death, but they know that there are some deaths that are more significant.
Yeah, some extra suck.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Now, Gears of War 2, this one was fantastic. You can see why that's hit a 93%.
Totally.
Yeah. And like people were just ready for Gears of War 3 almost immediately. But the online was much better in this one too, like that. So like this really kept the Gears of War franchise alive in a big way.
Cliffy B made a worm eat Marcus. And it worked. It worked so well. That was so much fun.
Jonah and the whale that shit. Fucking Pinocchio'd his ass in there. Like, it still works.
Absolutely.
It's a trope for a reason. Anyway, Goombas, if you liked that, make sure you have liked us, you subscribe to us, comment wherever you can. You can check out our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com.
Over there, we have links to all sorts of things like our Instagram, Discord, as well as our Patreon, where we have 2 exclusive shows where we do DLCs, histories, movie commentaries, and just general drib-jab, and it sounds a little bit like this.
She's gonna cry. She's wearing makeup. She's having a panic attack from the first round. I don't know if we can play this game anymore.
This is the other castle. My name's Andrea, and I'm Tom. So there's this guy that in my head I cast as Jason Statham, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his brother, stupid hot. I'm not gonna help you. It won't fucking with you.
Okay, I need another clue. Call a 14-year coma a nap.
And you can get all that starting at just $2 a month. And at $5 and above, you get a little Patreon producers call out. As these are the people that help keep the show ad-free. Like Aaron, Clinton, Daniel,
Ellen, Krisha, Molly,
Trenton, Chase, Jutsu,
X of Triforce, Luigi, So Thanatoasted,
Oliver, JCC, Nimitz, and Caroline.
Thank you, friends. We appreciate you so much. Otherwise, we'd have to read ads about like boner pills and shit like that.
Yeah, you don't want to hear stuff like that.
Wait, what would be the most embarrassing thing we could probably read an ad for?
Ooh, the most embarrassing thing. Hemorrhoid cream.
That's like a human body thing, though.
Yeah, I know, but if I made it like a personal story.
Yeah, but like, I think it'd be more embarrassing to endorse a politician.
Oh, okay. Anyway. All right, Goombas, as always, this is Tom and Andrea reminding you.
Viva la beef!
And don't skip the cutscenes. Bye!
This is Adam Phoenix. Is anyone out there? Can you hear me? What have you done?